We do have to deal with the wind. It's going to be pretty windy. We're going to see gusts around 40 or so for the next couple of days. But that's going to work in our favor temperature-wise. But we also have to watch that fire threat northwest Oklahoma.
Awfully dry right now.
It is. We definitely need to see some moisture. We have a few storms actually in the next 9 days, but I really don't see a whole lot of rain necessarily, at least for Oklahoma City.
Right.
But the good news is we are getting more daylight.
That's
Hey.
Yeah.
Not necessarily any more
Sprinkle
snow,
that
too.
in.
Yeah. You know, we've actually had some pretty nice daylight now that we've been past the winter solstice. So each day is just going to get a little bit better. And, you know, by this time next month, we're going to see even more daylight, obviously. We're going from 9.7 today till go all the way to January 22nd. We're going to see 10.1 hours. So eventually by February, we're going to see a little over 11 hours of daylight. And that just makes all the difference because once that sun does set, like it is now, those temperatures come crashing down. And that wind's picking up a little bit more as well. This is our tower camera up at our Pike Pass Skycam network. We're down to 44 degrees after seeing a high today of 51, which is very seasonal. A south wind right now at 17, but the wind gust is up to 26, so it feels more like 36 degrees. Temperatures have fallen down into the mid-40s here in central Oklahoma. We have lots of 30s and low 40s across the far east, but some 50s still left in far western Oklahoma with the south wind anywhere between about 10 in the southeast to as much as around near 35 miles an hour in parts of Blaine County. So a lot of us experiencing that wind chill. For most of us, it does feel like the 30s, seeing some 20s in the far northeast after seeing some wind gusts today of around 45 miles an hour again in Blaine County, but 41 in Kingfisher. We had a gust of 41 miles an hour in Hobart earlier today. It's still windy right now, and again, that one's actually going to pick up for the next couple of days. We're easily going to see gusts over 40 miles an hour, especially in western Oklahoma and in the northeast. We've already got a wind advisory in northeast Oklahoma and also out in the Texas Panhandle. But no matter where you go across Oklahoma tomorrow, it is going to be very windy. But that will work in our favor temperature-wise. So it's going to be mild, not only tomorrow, but as we get into Thursday as well. But here's the thing. Thursday afternoon, we've got this next wave moving in, or the storm system. But right now, there's really not a whole lot of moisture in Oklahoma to work with. So it looks like eventually the rain's going to start to really form after it passes Oklahoma. Well, we've got a second wave moving in by Friday night. And yesterday, it was looking pretty weak, but at least looked like it was going to bring a slight chance of rain. Doesn't look like it's going to be the case anymore. It looks even drier, but it will pass on by. We're going to have some cloud cover. This weekend looks really nice. If you have any plans for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, fantastic. We're going to have a pretty light wind, temperatures around 60 until we get to Monday afternoon. Now we're talking January 2nd. We've got a stronger wave moving in. And as of right now, we at least have a chance of seeing some rain and storms in parts of eastern Oklahoma. The chance overall it's pretty low here in Oklahoma City, but the wind will start cranking up, temperatures back in the 60s, but behind it, we're going to have some colder air move in, but it's all going to be very temporary. Right now, it looks like temperatures drop a solid 10 to 15 degrees, but it doesn't take long for temperatures to go back up from there. So tonight, dropping down into the mid-30s. It's going to be windy. Tomorrow, very blustery. Highs in the low 60s in Oklahoma City, but 71 in Woodward, 67 degrees in Alva. Thursday afternoon, here comes that next wave, 62 degrees, still a little windy. The front moves in later in the day, allowing for at least a moderate chance of rain in southeast Oklahoma. The farther north and west you go, it's going to be drier. Friday, some extra cloud cover, temperatures back down into the 50s, and New Year's Eve weekend looks fantastic. By midnight, temperature only dropping down to about 45 degrees. And then next week, some ups and some downs, but really very few chances of any rain and storms.